Hey, what's going on people, this is FJM Gaming and you're watching what we know so far for Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. I'll start off with some fun facts. Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 is scheduled for release sometime in 2015 this year for the PS4, Xbox One and Steam only. This is due to the insane graphics outputs that are being displayed in the game, and the current gen, or the old gen rather now, is unable to deal with these high graphics. So CyberConnect 2 are looking to advance forward and use the new cores of the new hardware in the PS4 and Xbox One to their maximum abilities. There will be changes to in-game fights. For example, there will be breakable props. Now that was already implemented in Revolution with a few boxes, stuff like that, small things. Now I think they're going to actually make the ground breakable. For example, if you do a fireball now, the ground will be on fire and you can't actually access that floor. There will also be clothing destruction. So if you get hit by a Rasengan, there will be some kind of rip or tear, as well as maybe a skin burn from a cut-on. Naruto Storm 4 will try to cover all of Naruto Shippuden, maybe even including some of the manga at the moment. So there's a high chance of one of the main villains right now in the manga, which I can't state, of course, spoilers, being in the game. You know who it is. Another extraordinary feature is that they are bringing back wall climbing from Storm 1. So this will be a great feature for battles, for slowing down the game a little bit, and also adding some more diversity to the scene instead of it just being a two-dimensional fight, maybe even a few hitbacks. This will be great for the battle. Another advancement for the battle is that they're going to rethink their decision of adding types like Ultimate Jutsu type, Drive type. It was better the way it was before when you could have all of them at the same time. I believe limiting a character to only being able to do one thing is a huge setback, and they should remove this feature. And they even stated themselves that people do not like this and they will consider removing it in one of the interviews. As well as new things being added to the game, there will be a lot of things that will stay the same. For example, the fighting system will be sort of similar. They're not focusing too much on combos by the looks of it, because Storm Revolution was a huge update to everyone's movesets, combos, so the new characters will have unique movesets. However, I believe that most of the characters will have their movesets transferred from Naruto Storm Revolution. We don't know though, they might change things up, but we know how CC2 are when it comes to stuff like this. For example, with Storm Generations and Storm 3, they kept some of the movesets the same. Maybe not, maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see. In another interview, some of the developers mentioned that there's a low chance of Jutsu clashes being in the game. Now this is a huge disappointment for me because I really enjoyed Jutsu clashes in Storm 1, but what are we gonna do? We have to move on and advance to new features. A new feature that they added in Storm Revolution was the counter system. Now this looks like it's going to come back in Storm 4, as they really enjoy the counter system because they think it adds strategic play to the game. Of course, this game is going to try to make it to EVO, so the counter system is a good addition for strategic players, but however it's got a lot of bad and negative feedback because not many people liking the counter attack system, causing the game to become all about the shields. However, they also add the armor in the game, as well as some other stuff that you can have on your character, which I think will decrease damage, and there will be a lot of other features added that should also make the game more playable, as well as improving its chances to making it to EVO. Another reason to buy this game is that they're going to include characters from the movie Naruto the Last. This is going to be a great advantage and feature as well, but we don't know how it's going to turn out. Some of the developers mentioned that they're not sure how they're going to include these characters, whether they're going to be standalone characters of their own with their own movesets, or if they're going to be costumes for the individual characters, and the characters will have similar movesets, or if not the exact same moveset, which I think is very poor, and they should actually take the time to make these new characters with their own movesets and just to improve the experience and make it more immersive. It'll be amazing to experience the characters firsthand. I'm really looking forward to watching the movie in summer as it comes out on Blu-ray. Then I'll definitely get it, and I think adding them to the game is great. We are fortunate to have a lot of screenshots detailing some of the new features and additions to Naruto Storm 4. This first screenshot shows that the 3 summonings in one of the battles against Juubi and Obito and Madara, etc. will be available in-game, probably in story mode in a cutscene. We don't know how they're going to be included, but the frog, the snake and the slug will be somehow incorporated into the game, probably into the story mode, most likely when you're fighting the Juubi. The screenshot also showcases Team 7 and of course a picture of the Juubi, which of course highlights the fact that this is probably going to be in a boss battle with the Juubi. This next screenshot confirms that characters from Naruto the Last will be included in the game and they will be playable, of course. However, it's still not specified that if there will be outfits or characters on their own. In this screenshot, some of the battle mechanics are shown. It shows Naruto throwing shurikens to Sasuke and him returning shurikens. I once submitted a suggestion to CC2 that they should add shuriken clashes, so hopefully this is it. As well as this, they also mentioned that there will be wall climbing and battles on the wall, just like in Naruto Storm 1. This screenshot showcases a possible Team Ultimate Jutsu for Naruto and Sasuke in their The Last costumes. It could also mean that they have a joint mission together in the story mode, probably a side mission or maybe even a future DLC, kind of like Sage Kabuto being added into Storm 3. Alright, now this screenshot is an interesting one because it's the one that announced that Hyuga Hanabi will be playable in the game alongside with her The Last outfit, so which is nice that more Last characters will be added as well as Hyuga Hanabi finally being playable. It also showcases a lot of the Team Ultimate Jutsus and possible combos of Obito and Sasuke and Naruto. Showcases Team 7 and the final battle between the Juubi and the Team 7 summonings. However, the peculiar thing added here is that you can now change leaders. I wasn't sure when they said this, but apparently you can now change leaders. You can make your 3-man team and you can constantly change leaders. So I think, in my head, I imagine this to be kind of like Tekken, when you're playing online and you're able to switch with your teammates in online mode, so he can come on and fight for you, and you can switch out and you can switch back on. This is how I picture it. I may be wrong, I probably am. I'm not sure what they mean by this, but you can describe it to me in the comments. Well, that's all I've got for you guys on Naruto Storm 4. This is all the news that I could find on 4 or 5 different websites. I looked through a bunch of sources, trying to find as much as possible, as well as analyzing a few interviews to analyze 3. Hopefully this video was helpful for you. Instead of having to go back and look through 20 to 30 news videos, you can just watch a single video summing up as much stuff as possible. However, not much stuff has been released for Naruto Storm 4, so I couldn't include much. I will try to make future episodes when more stuff has been announced. Anyway, that's it from me guys. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to comment, rate and subscribe.